Hello and welcome to the Nerds Watch. I'm Coddy.
I'm Bricknell.
I'm Liam.
And now this is podcasting. And today we're going to be talking about the last 3 episodes of The Witcher.
Yeah, so what did everyone think?
Well, a shit.
Absolute shite.
The first episode, or not the first episode, but the first episode of the last 3.
Episode 7.
Yeah.
What? No.
That
No,
episode
6.
That was
Episode
very lively.
That
And
was
I was
very
like, ooh, yeah.
That felt like an end of series episode.
Yeah. And then, well, let's
start
stay on
off with that one,
let's
shall
stay
we?
on that, yeah.
Right. Any specific things you want to talk about in that? Like, I think overall that was a pretty good episode. Like, I enjoyed the action. A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused because when I was like, oh, yeah, I missed something when they started first off and they've like captured all the mages and like people are betrayed, and I was like, what the fuck did I miss last episode?
My problem with
Yeah.
this whole series is
Lack
the
of context.
editing. Yeah, just jumps all over the
Oh,
place.
the edit. I mean, I'm not even
People
going to editing.
People just transport and teleport to different places.
mate,
How the fuck did we get here?
You have no idea how much time has passed with things.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
they're jumping like they're terrible for it. Like, it's
Yeah.
so hard to keep track.
And when you say
Listen, if by some chance the fucking editors or directors or whoever is in charge of that shit is watching, you fucking suck.
like even the editing on us, I literally took like about 4 videos.
It's just bad.
I've literally got like 4 videos on my phone.
Enrage is near.
I took videos on my phone of when I was watching it, just of parts of it where, you know that one part where they're like crouching behind the rock, the elf queen and like the woman, the mage, they're like both crouching down behind a rock, and she's giving her like a really heartfelt speech. The camera's like here, and the speech is like, "You can't do this, we believe in you." But then from the side view, it's just this. You're like, what the fuck? Like how? And there's another bit where Yennefer's standing in the middle giving out a speech, and the camera's like in a distance, and she's like, but the speech is completely separate. I'm like, how? Like that is like, surely that is like 101 on editing, is get the lips synced up with the fucking audio.
Yeah, you think
like,
so,
what the
wouldn't
fuck? Yeah, I was like, that was like terrible.
I don't know if they've changed production or something, but
Well,
it's
they
just
must
so,
have.
But it's annoying because some bits are quite cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like some of the camera moves that they do, I think are really cool.
Well, the slow motion fight stuff.
Yeah,
and
the
that,
slow motion stuff,
Yeah,
and
I don't
like
like
some
the slow
effects,
motion.
some
It's-
effects are good.
It's very like
but-
Guy Ritchie in Sherlock Holmes. You know when Guy Ritchie done Sherlock Holmes?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's very much that reminds me of. Yeah.
but that's like some of it, like a small percentage of it, like 10%, I think works, but the rest of it just looks tacky and it's
Like-
just not
Like
good.
the blood splatters and that, I think, look
Yeah.
shit. Looks
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
shit. When he like slices her neck and then just like this clump of like really crap blood come out.
Yeah.
Like clearly animated.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just
I don't
looks
know if they
like
go for that
early
because
2000s video game sort of. Like,
yeah, I'm not sure if they're going for that because it's a video game. Like
no,
No,
they're just
season
fucking
1
shit.
wasn't like this, was it?
no.
Right. I don't know, man. I feel like there's definitely elements of it in season 1, because I think season 1 and 2 were still a little bit hard to follow and stuff like that. But I think now it's got to season 3 and it's definitely got worse. But I feel like I'm just at a point where like, okay, look, I've had enough of it now. You know what I mean?
I'm not watching it anymore.
Like, I won't watch it. I'll only watch it to see how bad Liam Hemsworth is in it. But like how like I think of it in my head, right? You know, like you got like the 3, like you sort of got the elves, the mages, and then the 2 other houses as such. To me, in my head, right, the first 2 seasons was like, if you imagine each house on a ship, right, and they're all going into like towards each other, and you can follow like each ship, and then episode 3. Season 3 is them all just crashing into fucking one big heap, and you're just like, what the fuck's going on there?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, just I can't eat. Like, when they like, he was saying, "Oh, I've got 50." When he was like, had a fight with The Witcher and that bald guy.
And the mist in the
Yeah, the
in
mist.
the sea, and he was like, "I've got 50 men on these ships," and it weren't even his men.
Yeah, I was
and they
like,
were like, "Oh, they must have met him in the fog and defeated him." I was like, "What? Like, okay,
yeah,
but like, why make it so confusing?"
yeah. And
Like,
why only 50
you-
men though? Like
know,
50
that's
men.
not, like,
That's
not a lot
such a
at all,
shit.
is
Like, you could definitely have 50 men. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know. They might as well have just like not said that it was their men at all and
No,
been
no.
like, "Oh, who's coming now?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that would have just made more sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
cut out the
I didn't
middleman.
even follow that. I had no idea who it was. I just have no idea what the fuck is going on, honestly. And like, I was thinking as well, like, in all the talking scenes that they have, there was no really meaningful dialogue.
No.
I can't remember any conversation anyone had. Any conversation
Yeah,
was
I can't really.
literally every conversation was, "Oh, I must go and do this. oh, I must go and do this,
Yeah.
or oh, we must go stop this, we must go
Yeah.
do this, and like everyone's just teleporting all
Yeah.
over the fucking
Well,
place.
yeah, there's
What the
there's
fuck?
clear bits of teleporting. Like when the fucking fire maids shoot up, and Geralt literally just appeared out of nowhere behind him when Yennefer threw her fucking his sword. I was like, fucking really?
Do you know?
I know it was
fuck?
cool,
It was cool.
but that was fucking
But like,
stupid.
you don't even you can literally sit and watch that and like not even have to listen because nothing anyone's saying is even relevant. It's like watching Game of Thrones in French. That's literally what it's like. Like you just literally watching like, and then you have no idea what's going on. You're like, what the fuck are they talking about? It's either we're all really stupid. And like someone's gonna watch this,
Likely.
and someone's gonna watch this going, I can't believe you don't understand that.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
But like,
I reckon there's loads of people watching this right now. Just going, these fucking idiots.
but it's just I just think it's been done a really terribly like mashed up and fucking like, and they really should not have started making another one of these before they made this one because I can't.
They've stopped, haven't they?
Have they stopped that? Is that just because of the writer's strike though?
No, I think it's stopped.
You can tell the writers didn't fucking participate in this.
Maybe when they started editing, maybe the writers all fucked off and there's literally no context in any. Because that's how you can tell they might have filmed it really well. They might have. The story might have been really good, but if you edit something poorly, it looks terrible. Well, they even said like Star Wars when they first edited, the first edit Star Wars, no one liked it, and then they got someone else in to re-edit, and then it was amazing. A New Hope. So, you know, this is similar shit. It's just edit is terrible.
All of it is just like even
It's just a mess.
yeah. I've like even like the makeup and stuff like that. This series, I
Yeah.
think it's just been rubbish. Like the Elf Queen with the bark head.
Yeah.
I thought that looked terrible,
Yeah.
and I didn't think the acting's any good either. Like from
Well,
some of the like
No,
the,
actually, I don't
the,
want to go on to the next episode.
the
just
B
yet,
some
but-
of the B characters.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think their acting's terrible.
I mean, that first episode of them three. What the fuck was that massive double-ended fucking dildo?
Honestly, yeah.
What the
Two
fuck
guys,
is
one
that?
sword.
Wait.
Yeah.
That was my first
What?
thing I wanted to. Did
Oh,
the
were
fuck-
they fucking
the fucking
Power Ranger?
the
And
twins?
yeah.
That
How
was-
ineffective is that?
I was literally like, what? I literally sat there. I literally sat and went, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? Like,
I'm glad it weren't just me.
There's
like,
two twins
honestly.
fighting a really skilled fucking warrior, and what they think? Let's attack them from different angles. Let's both go together
Yeah.
and try and control one sword. Like, who writ that and gone? Oh, that's fucking great. That is.
Yeah, fucking brilliant idea. Let's
Fucking, why has
combine.
no one done
They're,
this
they're
before?
like, imagine you're like, oh,
Honestly.
defend that way. Oh no, this way. Oh, dead. Like, what?
He killed them 10 times as quick as soon as they done that. That was fucking
I
stupid.
was so confused. If that would have made more sense if when they'd have done that, they merged into one person, like with magic or something. That would have made more
I
fucking
don't know,
sense.
or even if they were like Siamese twins or something. But
Yeah.
like, fucking hell.
That
come
made no
on.
sense. They were both just then behind this big sword, like, like, that was so bad.
That was stupid as shit.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
And then when what's his name? When Strigobor come back in as well, like where had he been for the rest of the episode as well? Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
He just popped up.
I
he
thought
just
that.
popped up out of nowhere.
He was like, I've been hiding there just to this moment.
you
I'll-
fucking mongrels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I was like, well, I did pump me up a little bit, but then I just thought I'm actually cheering for a man because he hates elves so
Yeah.
much. He's literally just a racist.
Yeah, but he
and
literally
he
just,
just burnt them all alive.
like he just
Did
waited.
he kill himself though? Because you.
I don't know.
We don't see him anymore, do we?
Well, the thing is, like, this is another thing with it where I don't like how they shot it because he walks in and you think, oh, he's gonna fuck these guys up, and then they cut away from him.
Yeah.
And then the only thing you see is someone looking down at him on a balcony, and there's just a big explosion of fire, and that's it. And you don't know and like if
Yeah.
they all died or what.
And then later on,
And,
then people survive anyway.
And I'm just
They-
yeah.
everyone-
Oh, yeah, they fucking do, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. So
Oh
you're
my
like, what's the
God.
point in that then?
Yeah.
Nothing.
So that was fucking stupid as well.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I'll buy you some time, make all this fire, and then they just still alive anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, right, okay.
Anyway, that was episode 6. Episode 7's going to be even quicker talk because
That was basically Bear
Fucking
Grylls'
hell.
fucking survival simulator. That was, wasn't it?
that was just Siri walking around in
I
the
literally
desert
did-
for
I
an
can
hour.
I can comfortably say I didn't watch hardly any of that because I just sat on my phone and I was like, I'm not even gonna watch this. It's just after like 10 minutes, I was like, this is shocking.
I watched the whole thing and nothing happened.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
She's
pretty
literally wandering around in the desert talking to herself.
Yeah,
Fucking
I was just
ate a
listening.
lizard.
So that happens in the book.
I don't give a
But
fuck.
that could have easily have been like a
10 minute.
20-minute, like because I think it's quite an
was
important
a
part of the
whole
story.
episode,
I know,
though,
but it
that's
could
what I
have
was
easily
thinking.
been like a 20-minute segment.
Yeah, there was 20 minutes, maybe, like not even 20 minutes. There was probably about 15-10 minutes of like other stuff, like
Mm.
Geralt being healed or being taken to that place and shit like that, and then the rest of it is just her wandering around the desert. And that's got to be one of the most boring things I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, I didn't even think at the end of it, I was like, I didn't even think I've learned anything.
What the fuck's a
different
unicorn doing in the desert as well?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. I was like, that didn't even. I've not even learned anything different about her. Like, she's now learned her powers, but like, what? Like,
I think that's meant. I think the whole part of it was meant to be she's now tapped into fire magic, and she's sort of grown from a girl to a woman
yeah.
who don't need no man. She is strong and independent. But
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all.
no, you didn't watch it.
I did.
Yeah, no, that was poor. That was really poor.
It was.
That was fucking shit. That was the worst episode of the entire season.
Yeah, 100%.
It's got
And they saved it for one of the last 3.
But
I
like
know.
normally,
I was thinking as well, like the editing, they could have like. I think episode 7 should have been the finale, and
What,
like,
the Wandering Around Desert should have been the finale?
no, sorry, episode 6
Okay, yeah.
should have been the finale.
Because
they
that was
should have-
exciting at
They
least.
should have edited it so like the desert episode happened before, but it was set up to happen after the last episode. If you know what I mean?
Maybe they just knew that if they kicked things off with a desert episode, no one was going to continue watching.
yeah.
Yeah, but I
Well-
feel like if they just put it earlier on, because like you're so hyped up, you've waited all that time, and you've got that massive fucking episode.
I mean,
It's up there, and then it just goes down there.
most seasons though, the second from last episode is sometimes a bit boring, but not that boring. But
Yeah.
a lot of the time, it's just like I remember back to Game of Thrones, and you'd be like, oh my god, it's the penultimate episode, and then you get to it and be like, oh.
As
okay.
always, the
So he's setting up for something normally.
8th episode was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 9th episode was
Like,
low.
'cause it was,
and
like,
the 10th
set.
and then the
Yeah,
10th
yeah.
one was good again.
Yeah. And that's sort of similar to this. But then I thought the last episode was going to be mental, and then nothing
Not
happened.
Really
happened.
shit, nothing happens.
Yeah.
As a montage training episode. Well, it should have been a montage.
Yeah.
But
Someone say montage.
But yeah, that I can't even remember what happened in that one.
I mean, it was literally just him healing.
Yeah.
Jaskier was there. I fucking hate Jaskier's hair this season.
oh shit, that
That's dog shit. I saw a picture of his hair from season 1. So much better.
yeah,
And it's just
had a
his
normal
hair has
haircut,
just
didn't
gone.
he, like-
His hair has just gone down each season.
Yeah. So he's singing.
And
Like,
Yeah.
also,
we did get a song at the end.
yeah, but
didn't we?
the
In
songs
the
aren't
credits.
any good.
Yeah, that was shit. Yeah.
It was better than the other one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like none of the songs. The only song from the series that is good is "Toss a Coin to Your Witcher."
Yeah.
All of the other ones aren't rememberable. They're just not
Rememberable.
rememberable. They're just shit. Like
Yeah.
at least do a fan service and put "Toss a Coin to Your Witcher"
Yeah.
back in the episode. That would have boosted the ratings up a little bit.
What did you guys think of that fucking the elf woman who was like, "You're dead, you're dead."
Oh,
you're
she's
dead."
fucking well.
Oh,
done.
she's
Like,
annoying. Yeah.
Like the character was okay, but I just like there was something about her acting where I was like, if they just dragged this woman off the
Oh, yeah.
streets, like,
She looks familiar.
her
I think she's
accent-
been in something else because she looks really familiar.
Her accent changed all the time. I
yeah,
swear.
I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, but like she just didn't seem to hold up like to the rest of
Mm.
the cast.
Yeah.
And I was literally watching it. And I can't pinpoint what it was, but I was just like, there's something weird about that.
Yeah. And there's like parts, and I was like, "Man, he wouldn't be dead because they'd have just like done something different there, wouldn't he?" Like at the end there when
He'd
she
have just
killed
not
them.
died.
Yeah, when like he was there on the floor, and then she killed them like 3 people or 2 people running over to him. She's like, "Oh, you dead?" And then like, well,
He's like, well, no, he'd have just stood up and fucking killed him.
yeah, just like he did the other fucking 7 people he just killed.
Yeah.
That's all that episode was, though, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
was just a send off for him. 'Cause that was such a cool fight, to be fair.
That was
Yeah.
a cool
I thought
fight,
his
yeah.
choreography was
I can't
insane.
complain about that bit. That
Yeah.
was cool.
But the rest of it was just pants.
Yeah. Maybe that is why he was getting so annoyed about it though. That's why he didn't want to be in part of it anymore because he knew it was gonna be shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But
that,
what else happened?
and the fucking the guy's face at that what's his name's face at the
Oh.
end.
Vigilfort.
Like, where did that happen? Like, I'm guessing it's because he got shoved back, but they didn't even show you that he.
They didn't explain that.
Vigilfort, yeah.
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 Fucking, well, yeah, no, they didn't explain it at all. He just turns up again and half his face is gone.
Like a
and you're
3D,
just
Yeah.
it was like a 3D
What?
printed face, like the fucking
like,
terrible.
Yeah,
He's meant to be like this really powerful, and that's funny. Like they're really powerful mages. Like we've seen mages with face deformities before, and they just put a magic mask over it basically, so they look
Yeah,
normal.
like that woman on the phone.
Yeah, like why didn't he just do that? But instead he just got this terrible mask.
Maybe.
And they built up her a lot as well to get killed off like super easy.
Yeah.
Right.
She got killed off well easy, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fire fucking
Yennefer
spent.
fucking like.
It's fucking
Didn't
snapped her.
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
And then obviously we see Siri lookalike.
B-Tech Siri.
Yeah. So what is that about then?
So spoilers.
Oh yeah, go on.
Like spoilers. So I had to Google this because nothing made sense in the whole fucking series. So apparently, Bigglesworth, whatever his name is,
Is that the guy with the half face? Yeah, Mr.
he created these fake series
Yeah.
because he was tasked to bring Siri to Emir. Basically, his mission was.
Sorry, I zoned out. Can you say it again?
Fuck's sake. His mission was to bring Siri to Emir.
Okay.
Okay. But it was so difficult because he couldn't find her.
He made a fake one.
He made fake series to make up for the fact that.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
pick up on that
That's
at
that.
all.
I
Yeah,
just.
no, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's just what I sort of
And
assumed.
apparently, like, I think the Emperor knows that she's fake, but he done it in front of all of the nobles.
To think that he got what he wanted.
Yeah. So
Basically,
everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's Siri," but it's not
It's not.
actually Siri,
Yeah.
and the Emperor knows that's not her because that's his daughter. I think. I don't know. That's what I read.
Well, he
but
hadn't seen her since birth, so like, how the fuck would he
Yeah.
actually know?
I don't know. I don't know if that last bit is right, but that's what I read
Yeah.
quickly before this podcast. But
Well, that is what I assumed. So that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it all points to.
I didn't fucking get that whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, I just didn't think about it that hard. I was like, there's another Siri. Like, it's obviously like a decoy,
Yeah.
And
I just thought he was. I thought that he was obviously doing it
but I wasn't sure a decoy on what.
just to make it
Mm.
look like, oh yeah, look, we have found it. And then all the people are like, oh yeah.
I just don't find the writing just isn't grabbing enough to make your mind think that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause,
it's not like they don't guide the viewer through at all.
No.
Like
No.
they it's like throwing a kid in the swimming pool and just being like, "Fucking swim."
Yeah.
Sometimes they swim, sometimes they fucking die. Everyone's dying
We're all dying. We all yeah. It's
because you
fucking-
threw us in the ocean, not a swimming pool with sharks.
And chop their legs off.
What did you guys think about the fight between Geralt and Bigglesworth?
Which one's that?
Vigglesworth.
Oh, right,
yeah.
Mr. Bass.
Mr.
Yeah,
Bass.
I'll keep calling him.
Yeah, I mean, just like a bit annoying because I was like, surely the Witcher can have him. But because the Witcher used, he never used any of his powers. He's got a lot of powers.
He
hasn't he?
used the what was it? The force push,
Did
Yeah.
he?
and then he deflected it. Somehow he managed to deflect like a force projectile by like hitting it with his stuff. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But then again, like
Magic.
it's fucking fiction anyway, and like it's not even real. So sure,
Yeah.
it makes sense, I guess. But
Yeah, I mean,
he
I
got-
like when he sort of done that when he went to chop like the back of his neck and he like teleported his staff behind him to protect his neck.
yeah.
And that's when he done that, I thought, oh, he's fucked.
There was a time
But-
as well where the Witcher actually got it off him, and then he teleported it
Yeah.
out of the Witcher's hands, like back to him.
Yeah, yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But then that didn't really make sense. That like a little bit of Edwin was a bit shit there. They were fighting that were like reasonably even, and then suddenly it just cuts to him getting kicked out the front, onto the beach, and he's like fucked.
No,
You're like,
that was where he deflected the force push and like that, and that's what knocked him through the board.
But then
onto
all
the
his
beach.
face was like proper fucked then. But I swear it weren't fucked before that, unless I was just like falling asleep maybe. Or
Whose face was fucked?
Geralt's.
Geralt's.
Oh, right.
He's all like bloody in that.
Yeah.
And then he got his femur fucking broken.
His back.
Yeah, and his back. Yeah, spinal.
Another thing as well, you know, like after he left him on the beach, and then it cuts away, and then it cuts back to Geralt, and he's in about 10 foot of water.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh
I
yeah.
was
I
literally
was like,
like,
where the fuck that tide come from?
I know, yeah, the tide did not come in that quick.
No, and
And
not that
if
deep.
enough time had passed, like it wouldn't have been that deep. And then not only that, they made it look proper deep, but then it went straight to Triss finding him,
Yeah.
and it was only it was just up to she was on her knees, and that was up to like there, and I was like, what the fuck is this editing? Seriously, like
Yeah, it's
that's my
terrible.
number one complaint of like this this season in particular, but overall the whole series, the editing is dog shit.
That's when you watch like the fucking BAFTAs or something, and then they go, the best editor goes to The Witcher. And you're like,
Oh yeah, it's so unique and just never been done before.
yeah, 'cause
There's a reason.
yeah. Like, God, look how the lips are moving, but the sound's not coming out. It's amazing. Like, okay.
Yeah,
Like, I noticed that literally like 4 or 5 times. Literally, people talking, and the camera's behind them, but their face, they're doing a completely different movement to what they're saying. It's actually nuts. It's fucking mental.
What else have you got on your board?
I think we've been through everything on my board.
through
We've got
everything.
2 guys, 1 sword, racist trigger ball, sand. What the fuck happened to Thingy's face? And we got a song.
Oh, I thought when you put "got a song," I thought you meant Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones song. I was like, "There's a
Where
Game
the
of
fuck did
Thrones
you
song."
get that from?
Got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, "Oh, we got a Game of Thrones song."
No, I just got a song from what's his
Yeah. So what do we
Jasper.
rate the whole whole season?
fucking 2.
I actually didn't like it at all. The stuff on the fight scenes are cool, but it was actually a strain to watch it. And normally I can watch anything. I'm like,
The only
like,
good things were the fight scenes
yeah,
in
like,
places, and not even all of them.
my
were good.
my 3-year-old puts on like programs that I sit and watch more intently than I watch that. I'm literally like that. But then that was on. And I was like, oh, I can't even watch this.
Yeah.
This is so bad, which is a shame because I love the thought of people making more games into TV shows. But that's fucking failed. That is.
That was a
Honestly.
shame.
And I really like Henry Cavill as well.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, like he's a saving grace of that series.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, him, Yennefer, and even Ciri,
Yeah,
they're all brilliant.
yeah.
Loved all of them. Like, they're great.
Yeah.
And Jaskier as well. Like, so the cast is great.
Yeah,
Just the way they're telling the story.
yeah.
Is just not
I
gripping.
think it is like 90% editing because I think you edit something differently and it makes them completely different kettle of fish.
Yeah, it's just like I just want them to fucking hold my hand for it a bit more and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like this is this. Just have it be a bit more linear.
yeah, yeah.
Like, can we please like just explain things a bit better rather than expecting the audiences to make these fucking leaps and bounds to like connect 2 things together. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not feasible.
Yeah. And it's not. It can't be that hard to do because like you've got think of all the like Lord of the Rings. That's got loads of different characters and that, and they explain all that over 3 movies. You know, and then you got Game of Thrones. That is for how confusing, how much involved Game of Thrones is. I can't ever remember thinking this is really confusing. I remember thinking like just wow, this is amazing. I can't ever remember sitting there going that even makes sense. They do it in a certain way that just makes things work.
You know what I noticed they do in The Witcher as well was like it's hard to tell how much time has passed in between certain scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw it when that tide came in. Like how long was he laying there?
Yeah, yeah.
Or even in the first season, when they were cutting back and forth between the past scenes and the present scenes, like when like they had all the stuff with the hedgehog guy, and then in the present, like they didn't tell you they was going back in time. Like, they just sort of, and but yeah, there are things that display time has passed because of the what was the wizard's name, and that was like Mouse something. I don't know. The guy, he was like the court wizard for Ciri or something. He had the beard. He was a pretty prominent character in the first season anyway, and like he had dark hair in the past scenes, and then he had grey hair in the present ones. And like that, that shows that time has passed. But like the fact that they just kept swapping like between the 2 scenes or willy nilly, like just have all of them scenes play together for one, rather than swapping back and forth all the time. And like I know like the creative way of doing it is. Like, I know why they've done it in certain places because they gradually reveal more of the story. It's like peeling back layers, and you think, "Oh, this happened now."
In season 1.
Yeah, I'm talking about season 1 at the moment. But like, they've done it all over.
I thought the way they done that in season 1, I actually thought it was really good.
Yeah.
How they flicked between them, and then it all came together at the end. I thought that was quite.
Yeah, I
quite
get
good.
that. Like I say, like they're peeling away layers and revealing bits of information bit at a time, and fair enough. But like, I think they just really need to. Just explain what's happening a bit more. Like say that you're going back several years or something.
Did you also think, going back to season 3, how fucking pointless it was in the big battle scene of the first episode of the last bit, the episode 6, when that guy started having a heart attack? I was like,
And then they just left him anyway.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like, he's having a heart attack. It's like, what the fucking battle going on? He's an old, like, what? Like,
But
and
about
there's
20 guys just have arrows for him, like, and
Yeah,
you worry
yeah.
about the guy having a heart attack.
Yeah,
like,
and there's
I
like-
mean, he was like one of the higher members, to be fair, weren't he?
yeah,
So
but I
they're
just
probably
thought, what a
bit more
weird
worried
thing to
about
put
him.
in a story. Like,
Random. And
No, it's just, I guess that's like a. Oh, this is something you didn't see about like
yeah, but I just thought that.
yeah, I mean, like,
people can have. Heart
There was like
attacks
two.
in-
There was like two people like working on him, and then another person behind him. And I was like, "What? Just fucking concentrate on the battle. Like, he's gonna be fucking dead in a minute if you don't
yeah.
like concentrate on this battle. What you gonna? He's had a heart attack. What you gonna do? You got a fucking defib behind?
Time out.
Like, what the fuck?
Fucking electric hands him. or
Yeah,
something.
like, yeah. Why is it none of these mages can heal like that? Like you in any game, if you're a mage, you just go, everyone's healed. Yeah, in movies, they're like, that never works. You're like, for fuck's sake, you do all this power, you can't even fucking heal a flesh wound.
Yeah. Well, so the fucking, the arrows that got through all the force fields,
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
and then like all the enemy team were using the force fields when the electricity came. I was like, there's got to be a bow and arrow around here somewhere, and someone with a bit of initiative
Yeah, yeah.
would just pick one up and start picking them off.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, that electric scene,
Yeah.
that's like meant to be like a last resort, the most powerful thing like in the world.
Endgame
And
weapon.
everyone just sponged it.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
The fucking shields. If you didn't
Everyone
have
who
a shield,
mattered.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everyone just like.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, this power that kills the most powerful mage in the whole of the realm, and she's using it, and then like just some low level mage just shields
yeah.
it.
Shield wall.
Yeah.
The Nilfgaard soldier as well. Like how he was. Well, I've got a couple of things now, but the Nilfgaard soldier,
Which one's that one?
how he was working against them the whole time, and when he found Tyrion, he's like, "No, I don't want to fight. Just kill me."
Oh, that.
And I was
fucking-
like, "You
that-
fucking serious?" Like,
That
you
was
didn't-
shit.
Yeah, if she'd have killed him, that wouldn't have been too bad. I think she should just shove the fucking straight through his throat.
Yeah,
dead.
just fucking
Yeah.
do it. I'm fucking fed up of it.
I just felt like there's always build up. It was like like
no
people
payoff.
get there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People get there, and then I have to go over here, or I'm not going to kill you, or I have to go do this or this.
Mhm.
Nothing concrete actually happened.
Yeah.
It was just
Oh,
constantly
then-
chasing.
And then he like stands there when them like
I don't even get to see
You
what
don't
happens.
get to see what happens. And then
I was literally like, oh, at least I get to see him fuck up some people, and then it cuts away, and you literally don't see. I'm like, oh my god.
then when you go to the fucking where the king is, the king with the red, the people in the red, more
Yeah.
ready. Sort of
Oh,
people.
that was a rubbish story.
Yeah, they go over to him, and the bald guy who's just been literally all his bones broken. He's just fucking fine. He's just walking in like, hello.
Oh, Disha.
You're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, he just had his actual fucking leg bone snapped by fucking.
But again,
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
why-
another
what's
thing
the
where we
time?
don't know
Yeah.
how much time's
Yeah,
passed.
yeah.
Again.
Yeah, and then you're like, what the fuck? And then he kills the fucking king, and then Knobstraight is fucking king, and it's like,
Yeah.
and like his brother's dead on the floor, and they're like, oh, the new
Hail the
king,
king,
yeah,
hail the king,
yeah,
fuck
you're
the
like-
old one.
yeah, you're like, oh, Jesus, fucking hell, all right.
My last, I think this is the last thing I'm going to moan about is like, when the there was the coup and all the some of the mages
Mhm,
were helping
Mm-hmm.
like the others and whatever, and you had like Sabrina and the other woman they had the armbands on.
Yeah.
And then, like, about 20 minutes later, everything started kicking off, and they were like, "Oh no, we're on your side
yeah.
again!" And
Yeah.
they fucking ripped them off. They were sisters to the end.
yeah, yeah, that was terrible. That was
You're
like
fucking serious.
that was-
you literally just got all these people fucking killed. You
That
were
was
willing
lit-
to end it all, like, and you're just like, "Oh, it was convenient now." I'll fucking.
that was literally like kids
Don't charge
TV.
me.
That was something that you'd see on like a kids TV program. Like we're gonna fight together. Like we're gonna put our differences aside. Yeah, like fuck off. Like you just
Oh, I was literally.
Like, that would
I'm just watching this whole thing like that.
Did you-
Fucking for real.
Yeah, that is absolutely nuts. Who is the editor? Like, is the editor like a famous editor? Like they normally have a head of editing.
No idea. Ever
Badass.
since Blood Origins came out, it felt like whoever done Blood Origins also done this season,
Yeah,
and that's why it's just not good. Because I want to rewatch season 1, I think, and just to see if it lives up to the hype that I have it in my head.
be interesting to see if that's the same editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should Google it.
Yeah, Google
With
it.
technology.
Oh my god,
I think I-
technology.
I think I did search this.
I think what maybe what happened with this as well is like, and I've heard it said before. I remember like the some of the production crew on the Game of Thrones. I remember watching a documentary about it, and they said that with Game of Thrones they were basically filming 10 movies rather than like a TV show, because TV shows normally film in a really fast-paced like try to get everything out as quick as possible format, which is sort of what the last couple of seasons of Game of Thrones were.
Yeah.
And maybe with this, they weren't treating it. They should have treated this like movies rather than a TV series, which is so fast paced and it's hard to get all the information out at once.
Have you noticed like streaming's the main thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every company's got a streaming service.
Mm.
Fucking everything's got a TV series now. How many of them TV series are actually any good?
Yeah.
Like, especially recently, like they started off pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, like Disney first, season 1 of The Mandalorian, amazing. Like, and then they had a few Marvel TV series that were really good, like Loki. What came before Loki? Like, was it what other TV
Moon
series
Knight?
was there? Yeah, Moon Knight was good, but that was a little bit later on, wasn't it? Like, I feel like there was other stuff that was like really good before Loki. I might be wrong, but it's just like recently, it's just all downhill. Like Marvel hadn't released a good TV series in fucking ages.
Have you seen Secret Invasion?
I've watched the first episode,
I've heard
and
it's
from what I've
trash.
heard, the rest is garbage.
I mean, like even
I'm
like
still gonna watch it,
yeah.
and, like see what I think. But
So is it the same edit or what?
I can't find it. So
okay, well, fuck that.
I got hacked depending on. But like even like looking at this, it looks so much better than what I've just watched. Like I don't even think Geralt looked amazing this season.
Yeah.
Who was just the director? Just the normal, just the actual director. Was
Mark
it,
Jobst.
did it change every episode?
Yeah, I think so.
I hate when I don't understand why they do that. Like, it must be so hard to keep consistency. Yeah.
Bora Organa. Ogan, sorry.
Yeah, they're all different directors, aren't they? Yeah, but what did you find the production company though?
Oh, hang on, this person done the episode before, so I wonder if it was just one person. Ah, they done the other episode. Oh no, they are different people.
No.
They're all rated like 5.9, 5.4.
Or at least it's not just us. Everyone else think they're fine. Like generally. Like sometimes I literally just think, have I got bad taste?
Look at that,
Like,
4.2. Look, 4.2.
like am I just too thick to follow this complicated story? Like, no doubt there's gonna be people who watch it and be like, yeah, these guys are just fucking idiots.
I just wish there'd be
But
something like Game of
that's just
Thrones
how I
come
feel.
out again, because I still, even though like,
Got House of Dragons again. At some
yeah,
point.
I know, but that's never gonna be, nothing's ever gonna be the
Mm.
same as Game of Thrones. I feel
No.
like even like all the Star Wars stuff that come out, and obviously we're big Star Wars fans, but I've never watched like Game of Thrones was was just fucking unreal how that made you feel when you watched it, like,
Yeah.
and you'd be so fucking buzzing for that next
Mm.
episode, and you'd be like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
one day something will come out new and fresh,
Something will come
and
out.
that'll be amazing, and we'll
Yeah.
love it. And then we won't have nothing for about another 15 years.
Yeah, I think it's
and we'll
because
slate everything and compare everything to that.
I think it's
until
because the difference was that was just so different, because it was, you would never knew who was safe, and like it was just so like you're on edge. Where you
Yeah.
watch Star Wars, like we said before, you don't watch it because you're like, oh, what's gonna happen? You watch it because it's just visually cool,
Mm.
but like you know that the main character's probably not gonna die, and whatever. But
Rogue One.
you sort of knew the ending to that though.
I didn't know they were all going to die.
You would have, wouldn't you? Because they say a lot of
yeah,
people
they
lost their
say.
lives to get us this information.
Yeah, a lot of people lost their lives. That doesn't mean like literally everybody died. The whole universe died to get us this information.
Yeah, that's a shame, because but even like Breaking Bad, that was another
Mm.
fucking sick, like first 3 seasons of Walking Dead.
Two.
Yeah,
at
two,
mate,
two at
Fucking
most,
Walking
yeah.
Dead. What
3 at
dog shite.
most, 2 probably, yeah.
You never gave your rating for the series.
Oh,
You gave the talking part of it, but never the number.
what did you say?
I didn't say.
Oh,
I was going after you.
I don't even know. Like the whole series, maybe maybe a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Generous.
I actually, there's
Pity
literally.
3.
If someone said to me, "Can you watch it again?" I'd be like, "Nah." I couldn't even watch it the first time, and there's not a lot I can't watch, so that is weird.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
does that wrap this up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Paul. So that was us slating season
Hey,
3
Paul.
of The Witcher.
Yeah. What's next? You'll see us again.
Ahsoka!
Ahsoka, yeah. So we've got 2 weeks with nothing.
We're gonna miss a couple. Are we gonna miss a couple episodes of Ahsoka? Because
No, I don't think so.
No, Ahsoka comes out on the 23rd of August.
Oh, we'll
we
be
have
good then.
2
Yeah, yeah.
episodes on that evening.
all right, sweet.
Shall we?
Right, well, we'll be back for Ahsoka. This was the Nerds Watch and The Witcher season 3. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.